Terraria's weapon and armor diversity is one of the game's most fun and unique aspects, but what would happen if we took away all of the variety and beat the game only using our starting gear? While this challenge would usually be impossible, these 3 mods allow us to upgrade our gear throughout the game. Will I be able to make it to Moonlord, or will the hard mode bosses be too much for me? Let's find out. In the last video, we set out on this journey and got all the way to hard mode after fighting through every pre-hard mode boss. Except Deerclops, because he's useless. And we were able to upgrade our weapon and armor a decent amount. And now that hard mode had begun, a ton of new ways to get stronger had opened up. I hope you enjoy. I began my journey by trying to find a mimic to obtain the Titan Glove, a useful accessory I could combine with my feral claws to upgrade my melee speed and knockback. Yo, mimics can't be this hard to find. It's not a mimic? Okay, that's a mimic. No wait, that's the chest I just opened. That is no, that's the old shaking chest. It's the freaking old shaking chest. I hate this guy so much. Yes! Did I get it? I got a dual hook. After an hour of my searching method getting me nowhere, I decided to try my luck in the jungle. Yes! Finally! I got a philosopher's stone! Okay, it's the freaking old shaking chest. I think the jungle might be the best area to look. While I was at my base, I decided to craft my philosopher's stone into a charm of mist. Afterwards, I headed back to the jungle as it seemed to be my best chance of finding a lot of mimics. To improve my chances of seeing a mimic, I also decided to start using battle potions to double the spawn rate of enemies. If I see this chest one more time. Ooh, a star cloak? That's not even bad. That's not even bad. Okay, there's a mimic in hell. Finally, it gave me a dual hook. And after another 30 minutes of running around on the hell bridge, I found another mimic. Oh my god, finally. So after 2 hours of trying to get it, I could finally combine the Titan Glove with my feral claws to make the power glove. It's beautiful. Now that I had the power glove, there were 2 upgrades I can make to it in the future, but I decided not to worry about those for now. My next goal was to get wings so that I could have good mobility when fighting the hard mode bosses. After luring a wyvern down to my base and defeating it, I was able to make wings. Or so I thought. Yeah, turns out you need a mithril anvil. So the first thing I had to do was break some altars. And now that I had done that, I immediately began mining the hard mode ores. Upgraded my pickaxe, mined some more ores, crafted a mithril anvil and upgraded my pickaxe even more, mined even more ores, and I finally had mined enough for a titanium forge. Now that I had everything I needed, I could finally craft wings. And now that I had crafted the wings, I felt confident and wanted to test myself against Queen Slime. I probably should have waited to heal before the fight. I'm gonna die here, but I do want to see how it goes. However, much to my surprise, I didn't end up dying, and although the fight was close a few times, I was able to come out on top. 900 health, please. Oh, I actually won. No way, I just won. Give me the mount. Yay! And with the combination of my confidence from that win and all my buffs still being active, I decided to test my strength against the Destroyer. However, during the fight, something happened that I didn't consider. Because of all the Destroyer's segments, my lifesteal enchantment was able to heal me so fast that I barely needed to dodge. And once I figured that out, the mechanical worm was no match for me. Now, here's where my confidence turned to cockiness. In the same night, I decided to take on the twins. And with the poor range of the short sword and the high DPS of Spasmatism's second phase fire, well, you can probably guess what happened. Let's do it, Spaz. Don't do it. I was getting away. Please. No. To help prepare for my inevitable rematch with the twins, I upgraded my enchantments while thinking of a plan I could use to counter Spaz's second phase. And after gathering the resources needed to fight the twins again, I had my plan. I was gonna fight all 3 mechs at once. Now, that may sound stupid, but using the Destroyer as a kind of sacrifice for my lifesteal, I could heal most of the damage done by the other bosses. Whether this would work or not, I had no idea, but I for sure was going to try. Alright, I think I'm ready. Once I summoned them, I immediately regretted my decision. Now I realize it's kind of a terrible idea, but it's actually kind of working too. And although it was working, my plan fell apart after the Destroyer died first. As I quickly made the decision to switch to using Skeletron's head for lifesteal, I was able to kill Skeletron Prime and Spasmatism before either could kill me. And just after, Retinator quickly died. Yes. Oh my goodness. Mecha Mayhem. Following that big win, I decided to fight the wall again so I could get a second emblem. And now that I had it, I could craft an Avenger emblem to finally combine with my power glove and get the mechanical glove. Now all that I had to do before fighting Plantera was to upgrade my max health to 500 using Life Fruit. Just after this, I only have 1 left. There it is. And finally, I had 500 health. Now I felt ready to fight Plantera. For the first attempt of the fight, I wanted to try something a little bit crazy just to see what happened. I decided not to build an arena and just challenge Plantera to a DPS race. And after getting through the first phase fairly easily, I wasn't prepared for the second as it started tearing through my health. And so I decided to start running to at least have a chance at beating the boss. Oh my god! And right when I died, I killed it at the same time. Still can't believe that happened. So now that I had the key, I immediately broke into the temple. Before I went in, I was considering upgrading another power glove into the other accessory I was talking about earlier, but I decided against it, as I thought I was strong enough to beat Gollum. Like, come on, he's easy. So I decided that crafting that accessory might be a good idea. And all I needed to do for it was just beat a few Crimson Mimics and get a 1 in 5 drop. How hard could it be? Okay, so maybe it took a few more mimics than it should have, but hey, at least we have it. So now with the flesh knuckles we just got, we combine them with the power glove to get a berserker's glove. Yo, I can't open you. Do I need to say it again? I can't, okay? Now after getting that accessory, I was ready to take on Gollum again. After starting the fight, his hands quickly fell, and shortly after I was able to kill his head. And once his head was gone, killing his body was pretty simple. Let's go! So now that I only had the cultist and pillars left before the Moonlord, I decided to fight the wall again so that I could craft another Avenger emblem and go all in on damage. And since there weren't any more big upgrades I could really get, I decided to fight the cultist. But because of the cultist's quick speed and my sword's short range, the fight was much more difficult than I expected. But even still, I was able to win. And immediately afterwards, the celestial pillars began invading. I didn't want to deal with them at the moment, but after accidentally walking into the Stardust Pillars area, I decided to take care of it as it was right next to my base. The Nebula Pillar, however, was way too strong for me at the moment, so I decided to ignore it for now. And instead I decided to take on the Solar Pillar, which actually was the easiest one for me to beat. Afterwards I tried again to beat the Nebula Pillar, which might have taken me a few tries, but after a while I had done it. And before I beat the last pillar, I decided to begin preparing an arena for Moonlord, and now all I had to do was beat the last pillar and return to my base. As soon as he spawned in, I immediately started targeting his right hand. My idea was to target the hands one at a time and attack the top eye whenever it opened, but I quickly ran into an issue. I'm dead. I couldn't reach his top eye. The first thing I did to prepare was spend a few nights letting the eye hit me to gain some defense. And the next thing I did was ponder about a better strategy to use. My idea was, oh crap, solar eclipse is happening. I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. Anyways, to have the speed to get to his top eye, I would use the slime mount from Queen Slime as it has great vertical mobility. Man, I guess she isn't a useless boss after all. So now it was time to see if my strategy worked. As soon as he spawned in, I started attacking his top eye, switching to his right eye whenever the top one was closed. And after a little bit of this, his right eye was defeated. Next, using my mount, I was able to defeat his top eye. Then I targeted the left, which fell even quicker than the other two. And once his core was open, it was smooth sailing from there. Oh my God, my heart is pounding right now. We got him. So after hours and hours of playing, we finally could place his relic next to the rest. Thank you guys so much for watching this challenge, and I hope you all enjoyed. But wait, before you go, there's one more thing I have to do. I'll finally set you free. There you go. See, miss. Okay, now bye.